Hello everyone, this is Lizzie and this is my presentation on psychoanalysis. So first of all, I'm just gonna tell you who came up with this idea, and his name is Sigmund Freud, and he's pretty crazy. He was a German, and he was the one who came up with this psychoanalysis stuff, and there's an awesome quote right there, and I could not resist putting that up, because he's this psychologist who dedicated his life to finding out what makes the human brain tick, and he couldn't figure out what a woman wants. So, yeah, that's awesome. Anywho, psychoanalysis is his big thing. What the heck is psychoanalysis? Psychoanalysis is the study of what makes people do what they do. Basically, it's, just a study of what makes humans do what they do. And it's also a treatment, but we'll get into that later. Basically, Freud broke the human mind down into three elements that act as checks and balances for each other. And so, the first of these components is the id. And the id is the aspect of human personality that wants stuff. This is the part that says, I'm hungry. This is the part that holds instincts and primitive behavior. So, like, this is your instinctive part. And according to Freud, it's the only part of your personality that you're born with. So, the next component is the ego. And the ego is the component of your conscience, your mind, that deals with reality. And this is make sure that the impulses of the id can be expressed in a manner acceptable to the real world. So the id sees food in the store and says, I want that. And the ego says, okay, let's buy it. Instead of just attacking it in the store and eating it. Yeah. The ego says, okay, let's buy it and be civilized. Okay, then the last component of the mind is the superego. And this is the part that contains our sense of right and wrong. So this is the part that when the id says I'm hungry, the ego comes up with the two options. The ego comes up, we could steal it or we could buy it. The superego is the part that says stealing's bad, and so the ego says, okay, we're gonna buy it, and so it buys it. And this is make sure we are civilized. And also, this is the part that will contain human behavior, the part that will contain behavior, like when you're a little kid and you were told not to sing. This is the part that will keep you from singing up until you're an old lady, because you were told, you had this impression in your mind that it's bad to sing, which is kind of sad. But anyway, so that's pretty much psychoanalysis. So that's all great and all that, but what the heck, why do we care? All these conflicting forces, problems arise because they don't always agree, and so problems happen, and they come out in the form of paranoia or depression or mental problems. And so psychoanalysis is also a treatment of this. And psychoanalysis, from what I've found in my research, it's just to be treated psychoanalysisly. You just say whatever comes to your mind, and your psychologist will write it down and find out your problem and then tell you how to fix it. So that's pretty much what it is. So that's psychoanalysis. Okay. Over the years, I think that, so to understand how this works, I think it's how psychoanalysis treatment works. I think it's good to go to the opposite. And because over the years, people have developed another form of treating mental problems, which is the exact opposite, and it's called cognitive behavior therapy. And it's basically the idea that if your body does it, you can convince your mind. So psychoanalysis, the treatment is you go into yourself, you go into your inner self to try and shift your outer self. And cognitive behavior therapy does the opposite. It adjusts your outside behavior. It adjusts your body language to try and reshape your internal state. And so it's really big right now, actually. Like, if you've ever heard of Kirk Duncan or whatever, he's a body language expert, and he tries to teach you how to use your body language to change your internal thing. And there's also this TED Talk, which is really awesome. And so that's the link for it. And so that kind of helped me understand what the heck psychoanalysis is. Psychoanalysis is getting into your subconscious and trying to shape that to shape your outer smith, and then this is the opposite. So that's my presentation on psychoanalysis. These are my sources. I hope you learned something, because I did, and it was fun. So, anywho, thanks for watching. Bye.